Hey guys, so today I'm going to do another video on basically like diet, health, exercise stuff, because I get so many questions like this every single day still, and I get like really long fatty messages like this long and I have to like go through and reply to everything. So I'm going to try to like knock out some of the stuff that I get asked all the time. Okay, so the first thing I get asked the most is how do I lose fat from fill in the blank everywhere, for your thighs, your stomach, your arms, whatever it is that bothers you. Best way to get rid of fat is to lower your overall body fat. Working out a certain muscle isn't going to be as effective if what you're trying to do is slim down as just lowering your body fat. So to lower your body fat, you're going to need to burn more calories than you eat. So the best way to do this is diet and exercise. You can do one without the other, but it's still not going to be as effective as if you do the two together. People ask a lot how I go to the gym, how often I go to the gym. I try to go to the gym at least 3 to 5 times a week, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how much time I have. But I do go to the gym as often as I can because it feels good too. It really feels good. I promise you, when you first start working out, you may be dying, you may be like, oh, how could anyone like this? But after a while, it's a really addicting thing because your body releases like endorphins and it's like your good feeling chemicals. So just try it. I promise you, just try it. It'll feel so much better. And as far as dieting goes, this pretty much goes into my next topic, which is what I eat every day. I get asked this a million times. People are like, can you just tell us what you eat every day? Because we want to know. And like, the truth is, I don't plan out my meals every day. I already told you guys in my other video what I do for diet. I don't believe in diets. I just believe in, you know, changing your lifestyle, trying to eat a little bit healthier. So I really don't plan out my meals. I don't count my calories. I just try to be conscientious of what I eat. Yeah. So for breakfast, I always try to get a good breakfast in just because school food is crap for one. It doesn't taste good and it's expensive, so it's just, I hate it. So I always try to eat breakfast too, just because that's like the first meal in the morning, you know, you haven't eaten all night. So I try to eat a pretty hearty breakfast to like last me over till lunch. You know, yogurt, fruits, eggs, any kind of like lean protein. I'll try to eat like turkey, ham, whatever I have laying around. Generally, if I'm like in a hurry, I'll just grab like yogurt and some fruit, or one of those like grain bars, like those multi-grain bars. Keep in mind, I really don't eat like cereal, because most cereals are really bad for you, by the way. I don't know if you noticed, like Lucky Charms, all that stuff's really bad for you. So, and it's just like a lot of sugar, and it's not going to keep you full for very long. So yeah. For lunch and dinner, I eat a lot of veggies. I like them steamed, I like them raw, I like them cooked, I like them blanched. I like just vegetables in general. I eat so much lettuce, it's disgusting. I eat like 6 or 7 hearts of romaine lettuce by myself just because I love salads. I love like Chinese broccoli. I buy like those packets of like frozen edamame for like $1.29 at 99 ranch each bag. So I eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. I also really like steaming veggies. I'll buy like those bagged vegetable medleys and I'll just steam them, you know, put a little bit of lemon juice on them, some salt and pepper, and they're really good. Let's see what else. Also try to eat a lot of lean protein. You know, chicken, fish, things like that. Try to not eat too much raw meat. Not raw meat, sorry, red meat. But yeah, so try to stay more with the chicken and fish. And also, it's not like I avoid carbs. I don't avoid carbs, that's for sure. But I try not to eat too many like carb-heavy meals a day. I try to make only one of my meals maximum to be focused on like pasta or rice. I'm not a really big rice person in general, but I guess like I like pasta a lot and I like noodle dishes a lot. But if I know I'm gonna have like pho or whatever, like any kind of like bad noodle dish, like noodles and stuff are generally not pretty good for you because they're just so heavy in carbs, and it's like usually not, you know, Asian food generally isn't multi-grain like noodles and things like that. So, you know, a lot of Asians don't eat brown rice, and I don't really like brown rice, so I just try not to eat too many carb-heavy meals a day because protein's the best because it'll keep you full, gives you energy, and not too heavy in calories, and helps you build muscle. So carbs are kind of like semi-useless thing, I think. Don't hold me to that, but I mean, just like, you know, I don't avoid carbs. I don't avoid carbs because I feel like it's inevitable. it's like hard, it's too hard to avoid carbs and not eat them altogether. But I don't go out of my way to try to eat them because I know somehow or later I'm going to be eating carbs throughout the day anyways, like if I have to like eat noodles or whatever, you know. So I just try to focus on getting in my protein because, you know, I am in college and sometimes it's hard to eat healthy because, you know, there's just so much ramen and stuff and noodles and stuff like that, and it's just easier to do, but it's not the best stuff for you. So I try not to eat too many carb heavy meals a day. Try not to eat it more than once a day. So that's pretty much it when it comes to diet. Okay, and so the next thing I need to talk about is things that annoy me. I am human, I promise you, I'm perfectly human, and it's just really frustrating sometimes. Like, I get a lot of messages from people who are like, oh, okay, you know, everyone goes into like a little life story, and then, you know, I'll try to like help them out any way I can. And some people are just like, oh, but I don't want to diet and exercise, but I want to lose weight. Okay, well, I don't really know what to tell you because I don't feel bad for you because I can't motivate you if you're not willing to motivate yourself. You know what I mean? You have to be able to help yourself first. So I can't help you if you can't help yourself. Just keep that in mind. And another thing that really concerns me is most of these messages are honestly from 13 and 14-year-old girls. Now, I remember what it's like to be 13 and 14, okay? You guys need to keep in mind, people on YouTube, what you see on YouTube generally isn't exactly everything about a person. You know what I mean? Like, you have to keep in mind, people on YouTube, we control everything you see, down to the angle, to the makeup we're wearing, how our hair is when we are filming, what we're wearing, the lighting, everything is very controlled. If we don't like how we look, we don't need to post it up. You know what I mean? People on YouTube, they're not perfect. They get pimples, you know, they are probably heavier than they look on camera, probably, you know, not as perfect or styled every day. They wake up in the morning looking like crap. They've probably been dumped. Like, you know, they're not perfect. They're just humans too. Just keep in mind, YouTube is really controlled. I know this is really weird because most of my videos talk about like superficial things, you know, like makeup and purses and hair and things like that. But this is just an interest of mine, but it's not what my life is centered around. You know, I remember what it's like being 13 or 14. You know, this is kind of weird sharing with you guys because like, I don't really know you. But I just think it's important to say, and just so you guys know, you know, growing up, I think is a long journey, but it teaches you to kind of love yourself. When I was 13 or 14, I thought I was literally the ugliest person in the world. Like, I would sit at home and cry about it. Like, I thought no boys would ever like me because, you know, it's hard. Growing up being a girl, you know, being a guy too, not just being a girl. But I feel like girls have very unrealistic expectations for themselves. Keep in mind, not every girl is going to be a size 0, okay? A lot of people cannot, in any healthy way, be a size 0. You know what I mean? That's just not how your body is built, and that's fine. I know I'm never going to have, like, sky-long legs. I'm never going to have, like, huge boobs, but that's fine. You know what I mean? I've learned to find things I like about myself and emphasize those things that, you know, like, I think make me beautiful. You know, you just have to learn to feel good about yourself. And I think at 13 or 14, that's a really hard thing to do. And most of you probably will never get there when you're 13 or 14, but I think once you hit to be about like college, you kind of learn to be a little bit more realistic. And people in college even do this, you know what I mean? People in college, they just get so sad because they gain weight. They're like, oh my god, look at me in high school, I used to be so skinny. I used to be skinnier in high school too, you know? I just think it's part of growing up. You just have to realize, you know, I'm older now, I'm going to look more womanly, and that's okay. Also, actually that's pretty much it. So yeah, you just kind of have to learn to love yourself, you know? I don't know what to say. You guys probably won't take me seriously now, but if you're 13 or 14, you probably don't need to be dieting, you know? You're growing up. Your body's changing. Your body needs nutrients right now to grow and be healthy. So you probably don't need foundation. If you're 13 or 14, you don't need to go to school with all this makeup on your face every day. So just keep that in mind. Some of like the best times of your life. I just think that's really important to put out there. Okay, but I will talk to you guys later. If you guys have any more questions, just message me in the comment section or my inbox and I'll try to respond, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.